Welcome to Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And off we go from Denver. Returning it from the 4. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Now he takes it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Completed over the middle. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. There he is on 3rd and short. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for Broncos 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Ingram's got another one. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
From a great throw to a nice route to catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. It looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Play action now with Jackson. Nakua here, he's got it. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Finds him over the middle, and he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB a tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Henry. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down. That goes for a gain of just 1. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. So through 1 this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Back at beginning the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Running once more with Henry. And that is exactly why you rally to the football. You got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, able to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Jackson now on 3rd. This one's to Andrews out right. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Flying down the middle with Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Completes this one to Hill. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives them 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. Still in search of their 1st points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits him on the end route. And this one does not go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Giving an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Sutton, the man in motion, headed right. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing again, Mahomes. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On what I love. Ooh, baby, and dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors.
1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is Ingram working the left side. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook, wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Well, he had to power through one time just to get back to the line that time.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Look at the throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Chase has it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I mean, Michelin, traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a Lattice Timberland. I'm getting paid.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Sutton, the man in motion, headed right. From the red zone now. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out.
37-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He'll throw it. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check, but his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Broncos go with a dime look here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, here's Lamar. Complete Derrick Henry. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
This is Henry on 2nd. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Tackled by Zach Howell. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Turning to Henry on 3rd. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Henry has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And That's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First call here coming from the shotgun. To the air, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Off play action. It's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes will hang on to it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They pick up 9 on the carry, and that sets up 3rd and inches. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Here's Mahomes on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stuck him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
First down throw, Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down now, ball at the 33. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's keeping it. He's got it in the red zone. And Mahomes is going to dodge or hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Oh, it's a push with a tight end. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Flying forward on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. You see the Ravens making their way out now. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. That's over the middle and money to Nacua. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Ravens first down.
1st down from the 42. Play fake, Jackson. Blitz is there, and he goes down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts.
7 yards.
And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Four guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hit some space around midfield. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And drawn up here for Lamar. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. This one left for Lamar. Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards.
53-yard attempt.
The kick is off the mark, no good. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And it takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Gets past one man. A second Jew. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And that's definitely where you get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
In motion, the tight end. Now Mahomes. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. A little juke. Look at those stick skills. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in the...
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there.
It's taken to the 26. They'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and here's Gibbs.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Avoids it at the 40. And he's going to have the Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into? A free hitter.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jamar Chase from 3 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Puka Nacua.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brings up 3rd and
2. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now here's Mahomes. A short throw to Ingram. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Got a man open. It's Chase. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's second down.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw again. He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson from the shotgun. This will go to Henry out wide. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Jackson to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And Jackson throwing once more. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson going to keep it. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mahomes takes it himself. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go. Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout ball right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
Ravens 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver's offense now set to go. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Jackson now. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6 coming up. Jackson going to keep it running right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Throwing is Jackson. Connecting with Hill.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to
let the clock wind down.
Here comes second down. Here's Jackson. A check down here for Henry.
Jackson's pass. Complete to Derrick Henry. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's 3rd down at 5. Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills.
Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That'll be caught by Hill. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal. Jackson to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock.
You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing now is Jackson. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Luke now for the extra point. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Broncos 13.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Mahomes.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.